How many days do you need to experience London? Actually, before you answer that, which attractions are worth your time? Where should you stay, eat, and how do you get around? And how much is all of this going to cost? You could spend the next 3 hours bouncing between tabs and a dozen travel blogs, or you could just watch this. We've done the research so you don't have to. Everyone thinks London is permanently grey and soaking. And look, that reputation didn't come from nowhere. But here's what nobody tells you. New York City actually gets more annual rainfall than London. What London does have is unpredictability. You could get all 4 seasons in a single afternoon. So here's how to actually think about when to go. April and May is the sweet spot. The city blooms, the parks turn extraordinary, the crowds haven't peaked, and neither have the prices. So, if you have flexibility, this is it. June through August is peak London. Long days, warm evenings, the parks are absolutely packed with people. But the trade-off? Bigger crowds, higher prices, and the tube lines without air conditioning become an ordeal. September and October is the second sweet spot. Fewer tourists, golden parks, and still warm enough to enjoy the city. September in particular is arguably the best month to visit if it's your first time. November through February is underrated. Christmas lights on Oxford Street, festive markets, shorter days, yes, but London becomes truly charming. And January is the cheapest month to fly. One thing to note, whatever time of year you come, pack an umbrella, because London is truly unpredictable. London has 6 airports. That alone causes a lot of confusion. So, this is all you need to know. Most of you will land at Heathrow, London's main international airport, about 25 kilometres west of the city centre. The single best thing that happened to Heathrow travellers in the last decade is the Elizabeth line. A fast, modern, air-conditioned train that takes you straight into central London in about 30 minutes, for roughly £6 to £15, depending on where you're going. Do not reflexively book the Heathrow Express. It costs around £26 for a walk-up ticket, and it saves maybe 15 minutes over the Elizabeth line. Unless your hotel is right next to Paddington Station, it is rarely worth it. If you land at Gatwick, don't take the Gatwick Express just because it has the word express in the name. Southern Railway runs the same route for roughly half the price, and depending on where you're staying, Thameslink might actually drop you closer. For Stansted, Luton, and London City, here's a quick reference. Take a screenshot. One rule for every airport: skip the currency exchange desks in arrivals. The rates are terrible. Use an ATM once you're in the city. London is enormous. 1,500 square kilometres, 32 boroughs, 9 million people. Getting your bearings before you arrive will make the whole trip feel less chaotic. The River Thames cuts the city roughly east to west. Most of the major north of the Thames is where most of the major sites are: the Tower of London, Westminster, the British Museum, Covent Garden. South of the Thames, the South Bank, Brixton, Greenwich, is where most tourists don't go, which is exactly why you should. The city runs on a zone system. Think concentric rings expanding outward from the centre. Zone 1 is the heart: Westminster, the City of London, Soho, Covent Garden, the South Bank. Everything you came to see is here. Zone 2 wraps around it. Areas like Shoreditch, Camden, Brixton, and Greenwich. As a visitor, you will spend roughly 90% of your time in Zones 1 and 2. The outer zones exist, they're where Londoners live. But as a first-timer, you don't need to think about them, unless you're heading to Kew, which is Zone 3. The transport network, TfL, Transport for London, runs it all. The tube, buses, the overground, DLR, and the riverboats. How to pay? Tap in and tap out, with your contactless card or phone at every journey. No Oyster card, no paper tickets. The system automatically caps your daily spend. once you hit roughly £8.90 in zones 1 and 2. Every further journey that day costs you nothing. Tower of London. A 1,000-year-old fortress sitting right on the Thames, and one of the most layered historic sites in Europe. Over the centuries, it has been a royal palace, a prison, an execution ground, and a zoo. The crown jewels are here, and the yeoman warders, the beefeaters, actually live inside the tower and run guided tours that are genuinely some of the best in the city. Book your tickets ahead. The crown jewels queue can run anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours on a busy day. Go straight there first thing when you arrive. Westminster Abbey and Big Ben. Westminster Abbey has been the coronation church since 1066. Every British monarch has been crowned here. One thing to know before you go, it's closed to tourists on Sundays, which catches a lot of first-timers out. Book the 9:30 a.m. slot if you want it quiet, or go after 2 p.m. on a weekday when the morning tour groups have cleared out. Big Ben is technically the name of the bell inside the Elizabeth Tower, not the tower itself. The tower is part of the Houses of Parliament, where the British government sits. You can see both for free from the outside. If you want to go inside Parliament, tours only run when it's not in session, so check the dates before you plan around it. Buckingham Palace. The changing of the guard is free, iconic, and worth building your morning around. The ceremony officially starts at 11 a.m, but the guards begin moving from 10:30. Be at the Victoria Memorial Steps, directly in front of the palace, by 10:15 a.m. at the latest. That's the best elevated viewing spot, and it fills up fast. The full ceremony runs about 45 minutes. It runs on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, but the schedule changes and it can be cancelled at short notice due to weather or state events. Always check the confirmed schedule on the morning of your visit. The staterooms inside the palace are open in summer only, late July through September. The free museums. This is London's most underappreciated advantage as a city. The British Museum, Natural History Museum, V&A, National Gallery, Tate Modern and the Science Museum, all free. In most European cities, you're paying 20 to 30 euros per museum. In London, you just walk in. Kew Gardens. 317 acres of botanical gardens, about 30 minutes on the district line from the city centre. The UNESCO-listed glasshouses are among the most extraordinary Victorian structures still standing anywhere in the world. One pro tip: if you're visiting between May and September, you can get in for £10 if you arrive after 4 p.m. Most of the glasshouses will be closing by then, but the gardens themselves stay open, and late afternoon light in Kew is something else. London is one of the best bases in Europe for day trips. Here are the ones that are genuinely worth the journey out. Harry Potter Studios. The most important thing to know, the Harry Potter Studio Tour is not in London. It is about an hour north of the city, near Watford. Every year, thousands of people are caught off guard by this, and for all the Potterheads out there, it's absolutely worth it. You walk the actual Great Hall, see the original costumes and props, learn how the magic was made, but plan it as a full day out, not a 2-hour detour. Book your tickets well in advance. They sell out weeks ahead. Windsor. About 40 minutes by train from Paddington or Waterloo. The world's oldest continuously occupied castle, where the royal family still spends weekends. The state apartments, St George's Chapel, where Harry and Meghan married, it's a very easy, very rewarding half day from London. Stonehenge and Bath. These two are almost always done together, and for good reason. Stonehenge is about 90 minutes from London, and it is older than the Egyptian pyramids. Nobody knows exactly how it was built or why. That mystery is genuinely the whole point of going. Bath is just 20 minutes further, a UNESCO World Heritage City built around 2,000-year-old Roman baths. Georgian architecture that looks like an elaborate film set, and a museum underneath the city that is extraordinary. If you want to do both in one go without the planning headache, Headout has a combined day trip. Link in the description. Oxford. 50 minutes by train from Paddington. One of the oldest universities in the world. You can walk the same courtyards where some of history's most famous minds studied. The Bodleian Library was used as a filming location for Harry Potter. If any of that interests you, it's worth a day. The underrated Greenwich. Take the Thames Clipper river bus from central London. The journey itself is 35 minutes on the water, with the city skyline passing on one side and the Docklands on the other. That alone is worth it. Greenwich itself has the Royal Observatory, the Prime Meridian line, where east meets west, one of the best market lunch options in the city, and a hill with a view of London that most first-timers never see. It's Zone 2. Tap your contactless card like any other TfL journey. The South Bank Walk. From Borough Market, westward along the Thames all the way to Trafalgar Square. On one side, Shakespeare's Globe, the Tate Modern, the Oxo Tower, the National Theatre, the London Eye. On the other, the Thames, and across it, the City of London skyline. It's entirely in Zone 1. It's free. Most visitors never realise this walk exists, let alone do it. Do it in the afternoon. End at the National Gallery, also free, and one of the finest art collections in the world. The golden rule to pick your stay. Being close to a tube station matters more than the neighbourhood. Aim for Zone 1 or Zone 2. Beyond that, and you'll mostly spend your time commuting. Soho and Covent Garden, the heart of the city. West End theatres, restaurants, Chinatown and Trafalgar Square are all within walking distance. The bar and restaurant scene here is extraordinary. It's expensive and it is genuinely noisy around the clock. If you're a light sleeper, think carefully. But if the budget allows, there's no better base. Bloomsbury. Right next to the British Museum, with King's Cross and St Pancras just up the road. Noticeably cheaper than Soho. Beautiful Georgian streets, genuinely quiet at night. A residential feel that still puts you in the centre of things. Best value for money in Zone 1. South Bank and Southwark. South of the Thames, which used to be a place nobody recommended to tourists. That has completely changed. Borough Market, the Tate Modern, Tower Bridge, Shakespeare's Globe, all on your doorstep. Views of St Paul's across the river. Hotels here are often cheaper than the equivalent on the north side, and the views can actually be better. Where not to stay? Leicester Square looks perfect on a map. It is not. It is tourist chaos with overpriced everything and no real reason to sleep there. Also, avoid hotels that look suspiciously cheap. Always check the postcode. Croydon and Tottenham are perfectly fine areas, but they are Zone 4 and 3 respectively, and you'll spend significant time and money commuting in. That is why the hotel is cheap. The stereotype about British food being bad is decades out of date and entirely wrong. London is one of the most multicultural cities on earth. People from every corner of the world have lived here for generations. The food reflects that in a way that will surprise you. A full English breakfast: eggs, bacon, sausage, beans, toast, black pudding if you're feeling brave. The Regency Cafe near Westminster is a London institution. Do this on day 1. You'll understand why immediately. A proper pub pie, steak and ale. This combination has existed in British cooking since the Middle Ages, when ale helped tenderise the meat and was often safer to drink than water. Find a traditional pub, not a chain, and order one. The gravy matters enormously. Afternoon tea, not optional. It became fashionable in the 1840s, when a duchess started requesting sandwiches and cakes between meals, hosted her friends, and accidentally created a British institution. Book in advance. The good ones fill up weeks ahead. Dishoom, for Bombay-style Indian food. The queue is always worth it, especially for the bacon naan at breakfast. Chinatown for dim sum. Borough Market for the kind of lunch that makes you immediately want to come back for more. Brick Lane for some of the best curry houses in the city. Any restaurant directly beside a major attraction with a laminated photo menu and someone aggressively trying to seat you from the doorway. London's best food is almost never the loudest about it. And the budget tip that every London office worker already knows, the meal deal. Tesco, Sainsbury's, M&S. Sandwich, drink, snack for around £5. That is less than a single pint in most London pubs. Use it for lunch. Spend the money you saved on a better dinner. The tube is your primary tool. 11 lines, 272 stations, running from around 5 AM to midnight, with night tube on Fridays and Saturdays. Tap in with your contactless card or phone, tap out when you leave. Same price as an Oyster card, no deposit, no faff. Take the bus at least once, even if the tube is faster. Sitting on the top deck of a red double-decker while Big Ben passes your window is a specific London experience you genuinely can't replicate. The flat fare is £1.75, and the hopper fare gives you unlimited buses within 1 hour of tapping in. The Thames Clipper River Bus works on the same contactless system, but it's not included in the daily cap. Use it deliberately for Greenwich or a scenic crossing, rather than as an everyday commuter option. The currency is British pounds, GBP, not euros. London is almost entirely cashless. Contactless works nearly everywhere. Keep a small amount of cash for markets. On tipping, not obligatory the way it is in the US. Most central London restaurants now add a 12.5% service charge to your bill. If it's there, don't tip extra on top of it. If it isn't, 10 to 15% is courteous. In pubs, when you're ordering at the bar, nobody tips, and nobody expects you to. The pedicab rickshaws around Soho are unregulated. People have genuinely paid over £200 for what should be a short ride. Avoid them entirely. Fake ticket sellers near Leicester Square, never buy off the street. And phone snatching by people on e-bikes is a real, growing problem in London. It happens to locals as well as tourists. So, now you know when to go, how to get there, where to stay, what to eat, and how to get around. The research is done, the tabs stay closed. All that's left is booking the flight.